This is such a strange case. So if you guys are not following the recent news, Kylie Rodney disappeared with her car, and people are like, how does someone go missing in their car? This has been since 1988, and this boy has been missing, and his car. We have not found a car since 1988. A whole car. It's crazy.
We've got a code 187.
Officers on the scene.
Some of my content has mention of extreme violence, sexual assault, and or other triggering content. Discretion is advised. Hi guys, welcome back to Code 187. I am Sarah and I am your true crime best friend. Today I have an older case for you, which is a little different for me. I came across this case and I had to tell it. It's a local case, local to Kansas. It's these areas. I was like, I know where this is. So buckle up and let's get ready to dive in. All right, so we are talking about Randy Leach. Now, if you are local to the area and you're a true crime person at all, you know who I'm talking about. This disappearance has been very popular since 1988, and it's an odd one. There's a lot, so let's get started. All right, so Randy Leach went missing April 15th, 1988, and he was 17 years old. We forget sometimes that this was a boy. He was under 18. Randy showered and he got ready to go out for the night. Now, here is a timeline and the story of what happened. At 6:45 p.m., this was the last time Randy was seen. He left the driveway of his parents' home. At 7 p.m., Randy stops by his cousin's house, and then he is believed to have driven around Linwood. At about 8:30 p.m., Randy and his friend drive to DeSoto to a body shop. This is where Randy was restoring a red 1966 Mustang, and this was soon to be his graduation gift, and it was his pride and joy. At 9:30 p.m., Randy stops by a convenience store to buy 2 candy bars, 2 bottles of pop, and $3 worth of gas. Yeah, I say pop. I'm from Kansas. It's pop. What do you call it? At 10 p.m., Randy is seen at the bonfire party in West Bonner Springs. Estimated size of this party ranged from 45 to 150 people. 1:30 a.m. on 4/16, a friend, John, begins to take him home, but Randy didn't have his keys. While Randy looked for his keys, John takes one of the last people at the party home. 2:05 a.m., 4/16, Randy is seen waiting to use the bathroom. Approximately 2:30 a.m., John returns, but Randy is no longer there, nor his car. 6 a.m., Randy's mom, named Alberta, wakes up to find him missing. Harold and Alberta, Randy's parents, immediately started searching for him. About 7 a.m., the family checks where the farm party was. It was completely cleared, no cans, nothing. 4:17, Randy's parents report their missing son. As soon as that 24-hour waiting period is done. On 4/18, police bulletin is put out that a 6'2", 220, 17-year-old white male with blue eyes, brown hair, and a mole on his left earlobe, last seen wearing a blue t-shirt, blue jeans, white tennis shoes, driving a 1985 Dodge 600 gray 4-door, and also the plate number. Both the KBI, which is the Kansas Bureau of Investigation, and Leavenworth investigated the case, but from the get-go, the parents didn't receive much help looking for him. The parents went out and looked mostly. The family also at this time hired a PI. The party was only 5 minutes from Randy's home, and he disappeared into thin air. This is important. No one saw him or his car leave the party. Both Randy and the car is still missing to this day. This is a farm party of a local high school student, and the mother, who lived in the house, is reported to have sold kids underage alcohol. Annie is the mother and the high school senior hosting the party. Reports that Randy had trouble walking but didn't seem drunk, nor did he seem to have a drink in his hand. An investigation of the site of the party turned up no evidence. As it has already been cleaned up, pretty much spotless, there was not even a paper cup lying around, according to his parents. When they interviewed the other partygoers, they were very vague about how long Randy had stayed or when he left. Now, 34 years have passed. Pretty much like my lifetime. But nothing, no evidence at all. Alberta said that her and the friends and family have supported her in the search, and people came with cadaver dogs, spent 5-day checking ponds in the area where Randy disappeared. There has been other recent efforts. There has been radars and divers search ponds, creeks, and the Kansas River for the missing car. But so far there has been nothing. This is such a strange case. So if you guys are not following the recent news, Kylie Rodney disappeared with her car, and people are like, how does someone go missing in their car? This has been since 1988, and this boy has been missing, and his car. We have not found a car since 1988. A whole car. It's crazy. So here are some theories. The first one, of course, being that he drove off the road. A lot of people think he had driven off a bridge into a body of water on the way home. I mean, this is the most logical theory, I believe. This is why we haven't found him or the car. It's weird that we haven't found anything with modern technology, though. You would think that we would find something. But could the car be buried under water and covered by 35 years of dust and dirt and sand and residue? Death by hanging in a cave. This theory kind of came out of nowhere. Did Randy kill himself in a cave somewhere? But where's the car? It would have been found at some point, as well as some kind of clue to where he is at. So that theory doesn't make as much sense to me. Now, this, of course, was huge, and that was Satanic Panic in the 1980s. So Satanic Panic was real hot in 1988. This whole Satanic Panic era happened between the 1980s and the 1990s, but also happens today. There was fear that people were worshiping the devil and making sacrifices. A lot of people believed that these people raped, tortured, and killed people to give to the devil. It was real booming in this era, and we saw it cause a lot of people and a lot of real consequences. You can look to the West Memphis 3 case for sure. Leavenworth in the 1980s wasn't very much different. There were rumors of devil-worshipping cults in the woods, hearsay that there was dark-robed figures in the woods. Because this farm where the party took place was out in the woods, people took this theory and ran with it. The rumor that Randy had been captured and killed in some ritual, and then everything cleaned up afterwards, it made sense to a lot of people. I'm not really sure about this theory, to be honest with you. It didn't help that not long after the vanishing, the farm where the party took place was burnt down to the ground in a mysterious fire. Randy had a friend that was different and a loner, and they kind of tried to pin it on him. Again, West Memphis 3. Also, I guess a man came to the police claiming he had been abducted and held hostage for 2 weeks in a cave by cultists not far from Linwood. He told police that while he was in this dark prison, he had seen the dead body of a young man that he believed might be Randy Leach. However, when authorities searched the cave where this alleged happened, they didn't find any trace of it, and no evidence of a cult at all. Oddly, Randy's father would later claim that the sheriff had the cave bulldozed and destroyed, although it was also denied by authorities. Now, another theory is a drug deal gone bad or a murder. Early in the investigation, police believed someone did this. Randy's mom also said she believes her son was a victim of foul play. She said she feels like something happened at the party and that potential drug activity was involved. There was a lot of drinking, drugs, and intoxicated people at this party. Did he accidentally overdose and this was all a cover-up? In the 1990s, the police arrested a suspect named Eric Montgomery. Eric had been a suspect in 2 homicides just a few miles from the Leach residence. He would also admit that an accomplice had hidden the bodies in barrels and tossed them into the Missouri River. The suspect would die in prison with no evidence that he had anything to do with the Leach case. What makes it even stranger is that police never told the Leaches that they had a suspect in custody, and the records of Montgomery's information had been sealed in court, hidden away from the public access by authorities who refused to release them. So a lot of theories, a lot of stuff going on. But speaking of police action and people being threatened, if you have watched this far into the video, please consider subscribing. That will help me continue to post. Thank you. Now let's get back to the story. For years, Alberta and her husband said that they fought with law enforcement and that they failed to basically investigate the case. They took legal action to try to get this investigation released, the records released. A judge ultimately ruled in 2018 that the records should remain sealed. The family has been doing searching for 30 years on their own time, their own money, and with little help. There's something weird here with someone trying to basically shut people up. The Leaches seem to be the only people putting forth effort, and police know that this is a huge case. I know they don't have a lot to go on, but they straight up just ignored this family. On top of that, a bit strange, one of the private investigators involved in the case was involved in a apparent murder-suicide. He first shot his wife, then himself. Was this a coincidence? Another investigator who helped the family, along with the help of Leavenworth County, helped bring 3 men in for questioning. All of them were released soon after. Then he quit and left the state. He said he feared for his safety. Someone in this town is threatening people, and this is still going on to this day. Someone or a group of people have been threatening or making false claims about Alberta. The site Find Randy Leach, that is believed to be run by the family, also has kind of alluded that someone is blaming the parents for Randy's disappearance, also stating that they have been used for personal gain, both online and in person. In October 2020 and January 2021, the popular YouTube channel Adventures with Purpose took on the case. They spent days combing rivers and trying to help. They decided to not return to keep looking, and they pulled out of the investigation. This is what they said: "We've had a lot of strange happenings and even some threats in a few cases this past year that our team has made a tough decision to step away from all missing person cases where foul play might be involved. While I'd love to help Alberta and the families in need, we do have to consider our family's safety, well-being, and comfort." This was shared from Jared's email. So I don't know what is going on here, but it is very, very strange. The family has literally been out on foot looking in caves, searching rivers, and cornfields. Like, how dare you turn this on them? Like I said in the beginning of this, we forget this is a 17-year-old kid that went missing, and it feels like everyone just forgot about it. Harold Leach, who is Randy's father, died in January 2021, a month after him and Alberta celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary. Alberta said that the death was sudden, the result of a heart attack. His mother, Alberta, still lives in the same house, surrounded by Randy's pictures. This was and such a sweet family from Kansas. This could be like your family or my family, and I really feel like it is. I urge you to sign this petition for Randy. The link is below. It will help to urge our governor to reopen Randy's case and give it a little bit more attention. Basically, the attention that it deserves. I have signed, and I hope that you do as well. There is a GoFundMe. There is also a website. And for more information, you can also go to their Facebook page. Randy Leach was officially declared dead in 2001. Anyone that has any information, I will post a number below. I wish you well. Randy's family especially, and his loving mother, Alberta. I really, really hope that we get answers in this case, and soon. I think with modern technology we can. So I wish all of you well, and I will see you next time. Bye. It is very crazy how much that Randy's case is similar to Kylie Rodney that is happening right now. Both teenagers, both disappeared from parties, both very weird cases, disappeared with their cars. These cases are a lot alike. And I wish well for both of them. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I do have a Patreon now if you want to see more from me. There is more content being uploaded over there all the time. So I appreciate you guys so much, and I wish you well. Hi guys, I just wanted to say I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like any of the content for Code 187, please click that subscribe button, that like button, that share button. Help us out, help us grow. You can find us on your favorite podcast platforms. Yeah, check us out on there. Give us some ratings. Tell us what you think. We're also across every social media on Code 187. So we're on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I think that's it. And of course, YouTube. So please, please, please subscribe if you like our content and spread the word. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.